Once we push both pins out, it allows the rifle to separate. Hey guys, Kim with Smith & Wesson, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to field strip a modern sporting rifle. Now, before we get started, we want to make sure that the gun is unloaded. It's extremely important. This one is unloaded. I'm going to drop the magazine. We're going to lock this bolt to the rear and remove the chamber flag. So we're unloaded. Let the bolt go forward. Now, I'm going to be discussing with you how to field strip and break this rifle down. While we're doing that, I'm going to be pointing out some of the major components and parts on the inside. If you would like more information on the components and parts on the outside of the rifle, refer to this video right here. Now, I remember getting my first rifle. I remember how intimidated I was because there's a lot of stuff going on here. However, I remembered referring to my owner's manual and learning the proper way to field strip this. I remember how I felt afterwards. My comfort and my confidence was through the roof. And not only that, I actually knew and could identify more parts of the inside of the gun. And it just made me feel a little bit better about what I was doing. All right, to start the field strip, we're going to start with two pins. One right here is called the rear takedown pin. And the one up here is called the forward pivot pin. We'll rotate the rifle over so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to push those pins out from this side. And when we do, we'll start with this rear takedown and let's get this forward pivot pin out. Once we push both pins out, it allows the rifle to separate. Now I've got the lower receiver here and the upper receiver right here. I'm going to set down the lower receiver. Let's pay attention to the upper for just a second. Right here, we have what's called the charging handle. We're going to pull back on that charging handle. I like to pull back on it about 2 or 3 inches and then stop. And then you'll notice it also pulled out the bolt carrier group. I'm going to continue to pull rearward on the bolt carrier group, and I'm going to be real careful here until it comes all the way out of the upper receiver, and we're going to set that down. We're going to come back up and we're going to continue to pull the charging handle out of the upper. Once we've done that, we can set the upper receiver to the side. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to focus on the bolt carrier group itself. There are 5 main components that make up the bolt carrier group. But we're going to start right here. I like to use a punch for this. And what I'm doing is I'm removing the firing pin retaining pin. I'm going to pull it out. It looks just like this. And I'm going to set that down. What that will now allow us to do is to remove the firing pin. I like to orient the bolt carrier group in the upper position and then hit down softly on my hand. If you notice, the firing pin drops right out. Set that to the side. Now let's focus on actually getting the bolt out of the bolt carrier group. I'm going to pull forward on the bolt, and then I'm going to look at this cam pin and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. And after I rotate it 90 degrees, I'm going to push rearward on the bolt. What that will allow us to do is now remove this cam pin. So let's remove it. And this is what that looks like. That's what the top side looks like. And now I can remove the bolt. Again, make sure that you refer to the owner's manual that came with your modern sporting rifle. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and for more information, refer to the description below.